So how do you stay safe and not fall victim to the same behavior, the same unconsciousness if you let go of the belief, but the advice is not to immediately replace it? Well, not replacing a belief is not about not having beliefs. Understanding that the beliefs or thoughts about the self, about the world, are going to come, right? We are thinking human beings. They come as a matter of us meeting life where it is. Oh, look at that. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh, look at how beautiful I am. I am powerful. I am creative, as an observation instead of something that is keeping me from a disaster. And when we don't rush to replace a belief that we have just released with another thought, but instead allow our awareness to remain undefined, and we meet that old behavior and old unconsciousness, two things are going to happen. If we have cleared the slate completely, if we have gotten rid of all of the helplessness, all of the powerlessness, all of the thoughts about the self that make us agree to a relationship with that thing that we are afraid we're going to fall victim to, that is toxic, all we're going to do is just see it for what it is. Getting rid of beliefs does not make us blind, right? It does not make us return to the infancy or to childhood when we had no awareness of our sense of agency. We had dependency on the world for love or for shelter or for whatever else that made us think that we have to agree to the terms of the game that was served to us. So getting rid of the belief or beliefs that were installed in your thinking as a result of years and years of that kind of socialization does not make you blind, doesn't make you lose your experience of life, doesn't make you a child again. It just makes you aware that there are options available to you based on an internal freedom that you weren't aware of, outside of the conditions set up by that fear that not only is being played out there, but is carried in here in the form of your limiting beliefs. Because what are our limiting beliefs? Or, our identity. Our identity is a costume that makes us play a part in the old game. It means that costume is made out of the same cloth as what we are falling victim to on the outside. And if we see that we have no choice but to fall victim to it. So getting rid of that conditioning gives us the clarity of a child, not the inexperience of a child. And when we get rid of these assumptions that we hold about ourselves and in the world, like we have no love, or we are separate from one another, we are living in a scarce world, or any other assumptions that we share that become part of the fabric of our identity, then when you offer me a toxic relationship with you, I can actually pause and say no, because I know that while I might suffer the temporary consequence of you removing yourself from my life, I might really not get love from you if I don't agree to your terms, but I am love and I am lovable. And if I stay here, there are plenty of people in the world that are going to come and they're going to join me. Or if I believe that I can do without extras, right? I'm okay, that I have this internal connection to my own creativity, I can afford to step outside of the system of support of toxic family that demands obedience and control and playing by the rules in order to start forming my own system that is balanced, that does not require me to betray myself. To recap, getting rid of letting go of a belief and not instantly replacing it with something else doesn't mean we are never going to have beliefs. It just means that we are aware we are not a belief. We can use a belief. We can describe ourselves in a form of a thought, but we don't depend on that form in order to be okay. I don't need to constantly affirm to myself, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful. if I have this awareness of the beauty of my being. Getting rid of the belief without replacing it with another one allows us to meet life where it is. And if we have peeled away enough layers of this belief, and we have access to the awareness of who we really are, we also have the awareness of who they are. And we can see to the extent of that person's caught upness in their fear. We can also see that we have a choice. So while the toxic behavior may be with them, the choicelessness is within us. And that choicelessness is supported by a misunderstanding that we are holding on to. They as well, but they are not our business. Just getting into a habit of getting excited about anxiety or being willing to feel your feelings, because identity, as I write about in the book, has layers, right? It's an onion, a little bit of a Shrek reference. So as you peel the layers of the conditioning that you have, you will expose new layers. It's not an endless process, I can guarantee you that. But if you still feel like you're being pulled into the old reactions, you are being drawn to the old toxic people, then there's a little bit more to see. And identity work kind of offers you a way to question that when it comes up, because it puts the focus on your anxiety, not on how to fix it, right? What is the anxiety based on? What is the fear that you won't be able to protect yourself, or you have no right to protect yourself? Where is it rooted? Once that's gone, everything is going to fall into place. As I said, the book is being printed right now. It's sold out, but there is a link to print on demand. There is also ebook, audiobook, all kinds of things. Anyway, I hope this was helpful.